Good morning and welcome to our final episode of At Home.
Straight out of bed, hair standing up on end, no makeup, looking absolutely vile.
Good afternoon and welcome to our Monday edition of Midweek. I'm not sure what's coming up next. Perhaps it's Wendy's turn now.
It's time now in our show that a lot of you have been waiting for, I know. You're the people that have been our weekly major prize winners on Midweek. That's it. That's the end of 1987, Mrs. Mattner. It's been fun, hasn't it?
It's been a beautiful year, hasn't it? I've thoroughly enjoyed it. And today I've loved too.
Look at it now. It is just heartbreaking, really.
Got to get it all organised. There's so many things going on today.
Good afternoon, welcome to At Home. Lovely to have your company this afternoon. Thank you for giving up your time and coming on.
We're seeing another technological revolution now, and it's up to all of us, and we will deal with it and make it work for us and for our viewers.
You're not going to come back to At Home.
No, health-wise, it was a very difficult decision.
Thank you for sparing us the time in this very busy time of year for you.
Welcome to Midweek's shopping guide. This afternoon, still in the Riverland Plaza. There's some wonderful memories there already, aren't there? Wendy joins me now for our final show.
Lil, thank you very much, and hello everybody. Yes, we'll be looking back over the 20 years or so of daytime television for our television station during the next half hour.
Wendy, it wasn't always called At Home.
No, it wasn't. The program started off as Woman's World back in the Ark, and then we went to Midweek, and we went to Midweek because we were on one day a week originally, on a Wednesday. Do you remember those days?
Yes,
we were Wednesday, so we were Midweek. Then we went to Tuesday and Wednesday, and I thought, well, look, that's still okay. We can still be Midweek because it's Tuesday, Wednesday. And then when we went to 3 days a week, we thought, can't do that anymore. So we then had to come up with the name At Home, and from memory, I think that was yours, wasn't it?
I think that was my brainwave.
That was your brainwave for At Home.
Wendy, we've got some tapes we're going to share now.
Yeah, look, we've got some fantastic tapes throughout the program. Some really interesting ones. Oh, I hope the viewers will find them interesting. We haven't got as much as we would have liked to have had because some of our tapes got wrecked in the fire we had a few years ago, which was really disappointing. But when we were doing some research for this program, Lil, I'm here to tell you, the one thing that struck me more than anything else is the fact that you have not changed in the last whatever years. Here, viewers, have a look at this. There you are, you see, precisely what I'm talking about. You haven't changed in all those years, Lil.
Wendy, your hair has undergone some changes, hasn't it, over the years?
I'm so glad you could mention that, actually. Yes, it seems to have been the way that I keep trying to reinvent myself. I'd like to share with our viewers now some of the most amazing hairstyles you've ever seen.
Did you notice not only the change of hairstyles, but the change of colour as well? Wendy, you haven't changed your hairstyle lately.
No, and there's a perfectly good reason for this, Lil. I'm just a tetch scared that it's all going to fall out if I keep playing with it, so I think I'll stay the way I am for a while. We've had some fantastic people appearing on the program over the years, Lil.
We have. We've had dignitaries, we've had local people with beautiful human interest stories.
Anyone that you can think of who might just sort of stand out from the rest for you?
Well, Wendy, as you know, I love all people. I've just loved interviewing people, and I get so carried away I lean towards them, hanging on to every last word. But I'd have to say that one that really stood out was Don Burrows. And I interviewed him outside in Lorraine Martyr's garden, and we spent the whole afternoon just chatting away, and he was playing, and it was just the most wonderful time.
It's lovely, isn't it, when you can have something like that happen? My favourite story is one of Sandy Roberts. That was the day that my knees were knocking together and my heart was fluttering, because he was such a nice man. He had these piercing blue eyes, and I was not taking any notice of what he was saying. I was just gazing into his eyes. He was fabulous. We've had some regular people on the program over a lot of years who have really supported us and stayed with us, and people at home, the viewing audience, will recognise them readily, and we'd like to share you some of their memories of At Home.
G'day, I've been involved with At Home for more years than I really care to remember. It's been absolutely marvellous for the business. It really does create a lot of specific interest about items we talk about, and it's a lot of fun for me, and I'm sure you've enjoyed it as well. Thanks again.
I've been lucky enough to be associated with At Home for nearly the 20 years I think the program's been running. Had some great times, a lot of fun. It certainly gave me the opportunity to expose my business to the Riverland, and I've had lots of fun with Wendy, with Lil, and particularly with Lynn, and Kim the cameraman, who always gives me a hard time, and it's just been a wonderful experience, and I'm very sad to see it go, but thank them very much for the opportunities it's given me.
Hi. I've been with the show now nearly 16 years. Lynn and I have just worked it out. I hope that you've put up with my happy smiling face, and I wish the program, it's been a fabulous program for the Riverland. I reckon it's offered service and support. I wish all the best to the staff, and wish we're having it again next year. But thank you very much to the station and all those that have worked with us. I've worked with Giggle and Gert, Lynn, and all the others. It's been a great time. It's been a great marketing situation for the stores. Very sad to see it all finish, but very Merry Christmas to everybody and a Happy New Year, and we'll start off in a new format next year for the stores. Things have to change. It's a fact of life. Thank you and all the best.
I've been involved with At Home for probably nearly 20 years, and that's getting back to Hamber's days, and I can always remember the times of the phone would ring just after you've been on the air, and some blocker had been out doing work on the block, came back in and had seen something on the show, and I'd think when he rang, what the hell's he doing home having lunch? I have to work, what's he doing? But that's just at home how it works. People see something, they want it, and they ring up. It has worked for us, and I'm sure most people have at some time or other been in touch with us about something they saw.
Some lovely comments there, weren't there? Isn't it great that people think so highly of At Home?
It's lovely, isn't it? It's been really nice. It's a very emotional time, I guess. We also, when we were researching for the program, came across some other faces in interviews that we've done over the years, and we're going to share those with people now. Might bring back some memories of some well-known Riverlanders, and while we're just sort of taking a bit of a walk down memory lane with these people, just cop some of the lovely outfits and the sets that we had for the program over the years. I'm sure we thought they were fantastic at the time.
And I've got my very best friend with me, Wendy Mudge.
Hello, how are you?
Good, good.
And hello everybody at home. And welcome to Midweek, our Christmas midweek. Hope that you're going to enjoy it for the day. We must say a couple of very important thank yous, and one in particular to Arana, who've done a magnificent job with our table decorations all year.
Good afternoon, welcome to At Home. Lovely to have your company this afternoon. Last week I was talking to Joe Breddle Jr. about his wonder world of wildlife.
We'll be back in a moment on Midweek.
Well, how do you go about being immunised? Through your council?
Aha, this is a lovely prize. You've got a Hertz rent-a-car for a day to the value of $63.
The hard-working manager of Loxton Clark's Nancy Battens. Welcome, Nancy.
Thank you, Wendy. People are watching your program and they're participating. It's wonderful.
Pleasure to have you on the program.
Thank you very much.
Isn't she lovely? I think we're so lucky to be able to get her up here actually in the studios of 5A.
And to tell you about the prize is Rob Tolano from Riverland Travel Centre. Welcome, Rob.
Thank you very much, Wendy. Nice to be here.
I'm enjoying a lovely cup of cappuccino coffee with John Phillips from the Chicken Inn.
Welcome back and welcome to Alan Todd from Amy Jennings Home.
Good morning. How are you?
Look, Lois, thank you again.
Thank you.
What are we doing next week?
The legs and hips next week.
You think you're local and you think you know everything, and when you get visitors come to say, you suddenly feel embarrassed because you just don't know what is on.
In the earlier days of 5A, when I first started here, it was hard.
And that falls squarely into the category of what was I thinking?
Or what were we thinking, Wendy?
Who knows? Who knows? Lynn's joined us. Hi, Lynn.
Hello.
You've been with At Home for a long time now. How
About
many
9 years, about 9.
And before you started doing your on-air segments, you were involved with the program then.
Yes, producing and selling.
So you've been around for a while as well.
Yes.
Since you were just a tiny baby, really?
Something like that.
As were Lil and I, really. Now, I had to throw you out into the wild blue yonder and make you do the on-air segments when Lil decided that she was going to retire a little while back.
You did.
Do you ladies remember the time that we all had a big ball on camera?
Absolutely.
Again, in the category of what was I thinking? Let's share that with our viewers again.
You're not going to come back to At Home?
No, health-wise, it was a very difficult decision, and it was an agonising decision, and I weighed up pros and cons, and I did everything.
Yeah.
But health-wise, I just simply have to give it up.
I've got some flowers. See how strong I've been?
Oh,
yeah, now look,
aren't they beautiful?
These are for you. Lynn can stay here because she thinks we're going to need these tissues. I think we're going. Here's one for you.
One for me,
Yeah,
one for you, Lynn.
One
Come
for
on,
you,
dear.
and one for me, because it is very emotional. Saying goodbye.
I'll start already.
Go on, do you want to say something to camera? Go on, I'm going to force you to it. Go on, cry your way through it. Go on.
Just thank you to everybody. Let's leave it at that.
Leave it at that?
Yeah.
And some of our viewers may be wondering, Lil, how we managed to unretire you.
Well, I'm still wondering myself, Wendy. I think really you're a great big bully.
I think this might be true, actually. No, what happened really, truly, was that I was going to take over the program, and something happened in my life, and I had to call on you, and I said, Lil, will you help me out for a short period of time, desperate? And being the friend you are, you said, yes, I will help you out for a short period of time. And how long's that been?
That's 6 years ago, Wendy.
See, you get what you want, don't you, in the end? Lynn, you've been with the program now, as you were saying before, for about 9 years. Producing's a big job, 3 programs a week.
Yes, it certainly is. And I think one of the most interesting ones was taking the show on the road to Penaroo.
That was a beauty. You put a lot of work into that one, and it was really rewarding for us all, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
That was a really big job because we had to take the crew, all of the equipment, all of the lights. We had to set up all of the lights and set up a studio and the staging and everything in the Penaroo Institute. It was huge.
It was massive.
But Wendy, the community really appreciated it and really loved it, and they're still talking about it.
It was fantastic, wasn't it? I mean, just when we first said we were going to do it, people couldn't possibly have been any more helpful, could they, Lynn?
No, they were very, very good to us down there. Even the CWA ladies come to, you know, and made the morning tea and things like that. It was lovely.
Delicious, wasn't it?
It was brilliant. It was fantastic. It was really good. And we interviewed so many interesting people because the thing I find is the thing that you discover during these programs is just what a fascinating, interesting history a place like Penaroo has.
Absolutely.
It was a real snapshot of Australian rural town, wasn't it?
It was absolutely fantastic.
Yes, it was really interesting going out and doing outside broadcasts, and we did some Christmas shows, and one that actually does spring to mind was at Bonneview Winery.
That really was a great day, wasn't it, Lynn? Robert Minns and the staff made us feel really welcome.
Yeah, they certainly did, and it's a massive task trying to get people to go along to the one place at the one time. You know, you had to organise the clients and all their products, and as you can see, Dr. David there with his guitar and that sort of thing. And Father Christmas.
Yes, you organised him.
Yeah, he actually was very good to us, and he came along to give us his blessing, I guess you'd call it.
And all of our local regular guests as well.
Yeah,
wonderful.
Certainly. Yeah, it was certainly a great day.
Yeah, it was probably one of our highlights for our Christmas shows.
Ah, those were the days. And there was a special face that just popped in there. Remember the late Joan Hensel from Adrian's Brock Salon, who was a fantastic supporter of this program. Another huge big adventure that we did, and this one nearly sent our Lynn round the twist, was our 21st birthday celebrations.
Yes, it was, Wendy. It was a huge undertaking, this one. We had to do lots of research on people that had been with the station, all that sort of thing, and try and invite them all back. And yeah, it was just a massive one.
And we put it, you organised a tent in the car park with tables and chairs, and it was all going to be lovely. We were having it catered and all that sort of thing.
Absolutely.
But can you remember the weather was 43 degrees?
It was, in the shade.
At 10 o'clock in the morning.
Yes. Yes, and yeah, see, we organised the 5A and the balloons at the back there, and yeah, it was one of the bigger days that we've ever had, I think.
But it was a real walk down memory lane with so many staff coming back too that were involved in the program. One very special person who was there at our 21st birthday was our then chairman, Eric Irwin. Now, Eric was a great support to us all, because here we were, a little tiny baby television station, and you had these dames who wanted to go and spend a lot of money on putting together outside broadcasts and all that sort of thing for a lifestyle television show in a small television station. That was a big ask, but Eric was always behind us, always supportive, and always really involved with us and making sure that we really looked after the community. And here he is, just a glimpse of Eric, and he's talking about the very, very early days of the television station.
As you know, I'm sort of a bit of a ringy, and I come from way down country at Waikerie, and it was fantastic for the Riverland to have our own station. It was very important from my point of view to have a lot of people watching at Waikerie to see the show come on. And I organised a lot of people, and you know what happened? We didn't realise, but the mast was on upside, not the mast, the antenna was on upside, blooming down, and Waikerie got no picture.
Ah, those were the days. We've had some fantastic people involved with the television station and working on the program. In particular, for today's effort, I'd like to pay tribute to our Kim Flavel here, who's put an awful lot of work into researching with me and getting out these little pieces to pop into the program. But haven't we got some beaut people?
We certainly have. I mean, Julie has produced it for most of this year, and our cameraman.
Fantastic.
Cameramen
extraordinaire.
Yeah, Kim and Shannon
and
Daniel.
Christy and Jeff Taylor, our engineer, who's put up with all sorts of nonsense because lights go out and we say immediately we have to have it fixed immediately and all that sort of thing. It's been beautiful. We're very privileged to have had such a good support team, aren't we?
Yeah.
Talking about support team, again, some of the regular people who have been on our program over the years, and they're just saying their goodbyes to At Home.
My association with Win Television, and prior to that 5A, goes back many, many years. In fact, 22 and a half years. I began coming out here to the TV station with the Arana group and then progressed to Clark's Foodland. I have always found it to be a wonderful experience. We have such great media relations with the viewers in their homes. From the Foodland point of view, we have had a lot of fun programs and much good feedback. Lots of the competitions we ran were very, very successful, and I thank all of the viewers for participating with us. I also wish to thank the Win station, Wendy, Lil, those funny cameramen, and the floor crew for all their help and support to me. It has been a wonderful experience, and I'm sad to see it go. In conclusion, I would like to wish a Merry Christmas to all of the TV staff at Win Television and to all the viewers.
Midweek, yeah, about 15 years ago it all started with me and Wendy. That was great times then, and now it's at home and Win Television, so things do change, and all for the better, I'm sure. And I'd like just to take this opportunity to wish all the viewers out there, particularly who are very supportive over the years to me and my segments. I always got plenty of comments, and I promised everyone I'd give them a wave at one stage, so there's the wave for everybody, and I'd like to wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Over the past few years, of course, we've been presenting the commercial cookery or the cookery segments from here at the Murray Institute of TAFE in Berry for At Home, and it's been a lot of fun. We've had a lot of laughs, we've enjoyed a lot of good food and good wine, of course, with all the illustrious cameramen and women from Win TV. But on a serious note, it's also been a terrific promotional vehicle for the Murray Institute of TAFE. We've had a lot of response from the segments, and it's also showcased what we do here in the kitchen. So we're actually going to miss doing these at-home segments, but we're also going to miss that opportunity to promote. And also from everyone at the Murray Institute of TAFE, we'd like to wish you all a very, very Merry Christmas and a very happy, safe and prosperous New Year.
Now, I guess there's going to be a bit of a hole in your life, as there will be in mine, not sort of coming into the studio every week and doing the programs. What's it meant for you over this long period of time being involved with the program?
I guess, Wendy, I've felt that it's been a privilege to go into people's homes and to really get to know the viewers and to promote the Riverland, because I love the Riverland. And I've loved the guests as well, the human interest stories, and because I love people, it's just been the best job. It hasn't really been a job.
No, it's not a big job, but I've found too that sometimes I get a bit scared when you're driving around and you look at television aerials up on people's houses and you look and you think, oh golly, you know, that's part of my responsibility is programming, but also the fact that we put our home into these people's houses. And it's a big responsibility, and you hope that you're doing it okay. You know, it's just really bad. Lynn, what about you?
I think retail, going out and talking to all the clients and the businesses out there. There's some very, very good businesses out there in the Riverland, and promoting the Riverland as a whole.
Yeah. And it gives the retailers the opportunity to expand via At Home, and they love using the program because you can show more than you can in a 30-second
commercial. Yeah, you're quite right.
I guess one of the defining moments in my life with the television station, and I think everybody who works here, was the fire. When the fire just destroyed our studios. It was just the most unbelievable time, wasn't it?
Devastating, wasn't it? There's no other word.
It was, when you consider that this room we're sitting in now, the day after that happened, those few years ago, the day after that happened was just a charcoal mess, and all of our cameras and everything. It was just total devastation. Yeah. But that happened on a Monday, and we got going for Tuesday. We got going for Tuesday.
We didn't miss a beat, did we? At home, just kept going.
Just bounced along. Yes. And we did the program in some very strange places.
We did.
The technician's office, with you and I perched on little stools, and we could hear the workmen behind the very thin partition hammering away.
We did them outside, out in the garden, with all the wheat trucks going past, and we had to sort of stop
and the old salute wave with the flies and all that sort of thing. And in the foyer, the foyer was a nightmare, wasn't it?
That was our Christmas show in the foyer.
Yeah, we did that in the foyer.
We sort of limped along from the time of the fire until the end of that year, and then we had to sort of put the program off and just couldn't continue to. But remember,
the show had to march on.
We've got some vision that we'll be showing people now of the at-home will be done in my office, and a little hand coming round the corner. It's really bizarre when you think of it. What were we thinking? We just had to. We had
to keep it going.
We felt we had to keep the show on the road, didn't we? And it was a great thing.
Yeah, it was wonderful.
Very dedicated, weren't we? Very dedicated.
Either that or very silly.
And of course there were lots of funny things that happened behind the cameras that the viewers didn't know about.
Some of them we simply couldn't have shared with our viewers because we would have been taken off air, but some of them, we think are quite funny anyway. Of course, Lil and Lynn, you never, either of you, do anything funny or wrong, do you?
No, we didn't, did we? We were sweet, innocent little things.
Well, me neither. But we think some of these are quite amusing, and I guess we get a bit close to it, and we hope that you find some of them amusing too.
Yeah, George, look at that.
I was for long go like this.
It's all right. Take a long shot. Turn it
on its
Please
side.
turn your TV on to the side, then it's big enough.
This afternoon I'm at Big Bargains on Renmark Avenue in Renmark. Big Bargains has carpet and bedding and all that sort of thing. Things for
And Lionel. Plenty of Lionel. Just start. We'll never finish. Yep.
I'll start again.
That's all right, yep.
To the Cobby Bakehouse Craft Shop, Burrows Jewellers joins us with some great Christmas gift idea, and Sister Angela Ma agreed for living. Oh, she's sick, isn't she? Welcome back. Time to spin the wheel. Oh, just as that poor my arm off. Sorry. Arthur, what? Just. Oh, what?
Oh, bugger.
Welcome back again. Love to share with you a poem that.
On our program today, we're going shopping, and we're also going to have a look at what not to do with mobile phones. More on the run, rock and rolly.
This week is Multiple Birth Awareness Week, celebrated right throughout Australia. And in the Riverland and Mallee, we have quite a large number of twins. We're not sure on the trip.
Where can you find out the best spots to...
Lynn, it's not time to spin the wheel, but it will be on Wednesday's at home program.
Can I tell people what we're doing next week? Renmark Travel and Tours.
Don't join us next Wednesday. Lynn, it's not time to spin the wheel, but it will be on Wednesday's at home.
This is the better end catalogue. There's two catalogues. There's a...
front end and
yes! Yeah, front and back. Lower to the top.
We're all right. There's nothing wrong with us.
Yeah, I was trying not to get this business started up. Yep.
Oh, God.
For this year's season of, what is it, sliced, dice and... What is it? It's a great time of the year for good, ripe Roma tomatoes. We've got some, what are those things called again?
Shallots?
That's it. To test if your pasta is cooked, the old-fashioned method, the one that I learnt years ago, is that if it's just right, it should actually stick on the wall.
Nice specimen. Look at these prezzies under the tree. Big, aren't they?
Can't see anything.
Next week for midweek. Goodbye for now.
The ingredients are steak sauce, Worcestershire sauce, tomato soup, curry powder, salad dressing. And if you'd like the quantities of those, just send me out as an envelope with a self-addressed envelope. Oh.
Just while we're tidying up, now we better mention to people what's on the show next week. I'm stuck.
But I'm just going to go next week on that.
And that brings us to the end of the At Home program.
But it's not goodbye forever.
Definitely not goodbye forever. At Home Windows will return in February. But on behalf of myself, I'd like to thank you very much for being a part of the show.
And thank you for the privilege of allowing me into your home over the past 16 years. It's been a wonderful experience. Wouldn't have missed a minute of it. Take care and bye for now.
I couldn't have asked for two more professional women to share this program with. They're fantastic, and a fantastic crew here at Win. We look forward to seeing you again same time round on another merry-go-round next year. Bye for now and keep smiling.
I love the feeling of coming home. Look what's waiting at home. For the lifestyle we live and love. Look who's waiting at home. Yeah, look who's waiting at home.